country of Canada in the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. I will be reading out of the Sefer of Isaiah, or Yeshurayu. I'll be reading out of the Sefer from sefer.net. I have a King James Version Bible, but as we know, King James or Francis Bacon or William Shakespeare has done a great disservice to humanity by heavily redacting those books. Strictly Haze for Days. Blessings. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Blessings to the new year. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So this 201 code that I would encourage you to go to watch, Zach Hubbard with Gematria Effect News 24 had put out regarding Maduro and the removal of the president of Venezuela. We'll talk briefly about, but I would encourage you to go watch Zach Hubbard and his decode. I'm sure Joseph Aquaviva 222 will do a decode in it, as well as the Illusion in England. Not in England, he's in Mexico. And I'm sure other decoders that work in Gematria will decode this with Jurassic Liars. And so these YouTube channels, they work in Gematria. And just so we know, Gematria is geometry and numerical values. And so this is Kabbalistic, Freemason Jesuit language that was given to us by the Babylonian Empire that has been carried on through the stonemasons and the ones who worship the Talmud, not the Torah, not the Tanakh, not the original Old Testament. Blessings, Stephanie, and hello, Praiseworthy. Blessings to you, everyone. Yes. So I'm going to just briefly talk about this, and we're going to talk a little bit about testing the spirits and the spirit of prophecy, and we're going to talk a bit about this. And the other thing we're going to talk a bit about that Praiseworthy has been wanting me to talk about is the mixing iron with clay and the abomination and desolation of the temple of Yahweh, which you are the temple of Yahweh, and woe unto those who defile their temple, they shall surely die. Christina, blessings. Technicola, oh, this guy's got a troll right off the bat. Techna Florentini's gay, everybody. He wants everybody to know he's gay. Really happy for you. Yep. So let me start with this. Maduro was captured at exactly 2:01 in the morning. Why not just say 2 o'clock in the morning? Because 2:01, the Pope is in Suite 201. The Jesuit order was founded in 201. And it was the 36th anniversary of the CIA asset Manuel Noriega being captured as well. So there's that 36 number, which is highly coded as well. His predecessor, his one that's going to replace him, this vice president, was 56 years old, and she was installed. And so the American Pope on September 14, 1955 to January 3rd, 26 this year is exactly 101 days. Venezuela equals 111. New York equals 111, where he's going to be arrested and tried in New York. And 9/11 happened, the fake PSYOP, building 1 fell, building 2 fell, building 7 fell, the 11th month, 7th day, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. That was 110 days left in the year when that happened. So the Iranian Ayatollah this he was installed on his birthday, April 19th, 1939. And so he was also born on a blood moon. Trump was born on a blood moon. And he was 56 years old when that all went down. And yeah, so here we have a 56-year-old replacement to become Maduro's replacement in Venezuela. And of course, it's a full moon. The full moon ritual is always there. IHS, the acronym for the Vatican, is 36. Now, we noticed also on New Year's, NY, New York, New Year's Eve, that Melania come out in a silver dress. Of course, the silver markets are going crazy. There's a shortage in silver. We noticed the last time we wanted to take this bankers' world down, these Kabbalists, these Vanguard, BlackRock, and Wayfarers of the world, that people were asked, demand your money in silver now. And they don't have the money. The banks are corrupt and running the world. And so there was a run on silver back then, and they literally closed the markets down. So here's Melania coming out in a silver dress. This woman paints a picture of Yeshua HaMashiach. That's his true name, not Jesus. And they auction it off for 2.75 million, but he said 3 million twice, and 3 million is 33, Freemason number all day long. So you see these codings and rituals in your media constantly, never-endingly. And it gets to be very easy for people like us to watch these gematria decodes and this, all of the world is a stage. Everything in this world is fake, and that we're in these end times prophetic moments where we're witnessing the removing of the veil. The veil's being removed, and people with spiritual discernment are being able to now look at the world and say, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? This is very fake. We talked about Charlie Kirk, CK, Clark Kent, Caitlin Collins, Captain Kirk, Kal-El, if you are a Superman fan, and you realize that C is the third letter of the alphabet, and K is the 11th, so you have the Ku Klux Klan, KKK, or C, 3 times 11 is 33. And you know, it's becoming evident that there is no white hats, there is no warfare. I watch these people who say, trust the plan. You eat some popcorn, you're watching a movie. Oh, you're watching a movie, all right, and it is fake. But the nerve and the audacity of one of these monsters saying, you know, the Freemasons, they're coding it for you so you could see how obvious the world is and how fake it is. No. These evil empires are not just going to code and tell and give up their cards and show the world how long they've been doing this. The only thing that is truth in that statement is that we're looking at this world, and that Barack, meaning lightning, Obama from the heights, Barack Obama, and Satan was cast down like a bolt of lightning. He said something that was very consistent, that matched perfectly with another 33-degree Freemason, Albert Pike. And he said that we'll flood the public square with as much raw sewage as possible, and people will lose faith in their institutions, lose faith in their religion, lose faith in their governments. And there will be a satanic empire that will be brought upon the world, having no faith, no trust in our institutions, in our educational systems, in our medical systems, in our governments, and in our banking institutions. And this Luciferian out of order chaos will ensue. And that's exactly where we're at. Yeah. Yes. The true number of the beast is ZC stigmata. It is on the headbands of the radicalized Muslims. ZC stigmata. 666. So 666. And the true mark of the beast, it is the number of man. It's 6 molecules of electron, protons, and neutrons that you would find in a carbon molecule, which is the topic for tonight's discussion. So thank you, Praiseworthy, for bringing this up. And we've been wanting to do this video for quite some time. So it's been about 2 years since I looked at this again, but we're going to revisit this. So they sent out this supposed spaceship out into space, and it was had a map of our solar system and us, and a picture of humans, and we're carbon. We're made of carbon. We're carbon-based units. And in the movie Star Trek, this spaceship was captured by this entity, and all of a sudden you have this entity, tracking down humans. And, you see this symbolism of this satellite that was sent out to the abyss that's somewhere around the Oort cloud right now. And it had a picture of us, our place in the solar system, and our molecular structure of what we are, humans, carbon-based units. Now, there was recently in 1985 a crop circle that came back, and it had the identical iconography of that satellite that was sent way out into the depth of space, and it had a picture of a gray, an alien gray. And I painted this a long time ago, but this is a gray. And that picture of the gray, it was a silicon-based alien. And when you understand Silicon Valley and what they're spraying in the air, silica. I work with silica, by the way. In the coal mines, silica is part of coal, and that is what causes silicosis. And silica is a dehydrant. It literally draws moisture out of the atmosphere. So when you buy your computer chips and stuff, you get these little silica pamphlets or little envelopes of silica, and it draws all the moisture out so your chips don't get damaged with moisture. How perfectly this all matches up when he says, I am the bread, I am the water, I am the living waters. When you drink of my waters, you shall not thirst. And how the fake psyop of crop circles and space with NASA, they invert these concepts and put them out for you to witness, that you would believe that there's creatures like this little gray, the same little gray that Aleister Crowley, A.C., Anderson Cooper, Aleister Crowley, Antichrist, have spoken to, necromens, to these deities, these demons, these demonia, that are trapped here in this world with us, and they look identical to these little grays. Nome, Alaska, you have all of these alien abductions. The movie Communion, you have all these gray aliens and abductions, and this hybridism of humans and aliens intermixing. And then if you look at scripture, it says the same thing, that there's hybrids of the star people that came to earth and mixed, commingled with humans, and the fallen angels called the Nephilim or the Alud would mix their blood and their seed with God's creation, Yahweh's creation, and have the Nephilim, the Nephal, the fallen ones, the Alud. Hey, Dave, great to see you. Blessings to you. I wish you strength and courage, my brother. You have to understand that their symbolism will be their downfall, and their mocking and scoffing of the creation will as well, because it's showing blaspheme. And for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, you see how it's perfectly intermixed. This crop circle that showed up in the middle of this field was very precise. Some of these crop circles can be necromensed. There's fact and evidence and videotape of that. And so we have to understand, we send out a signal to space. We get a signal back in the form of a crop circle showing gray aliens and them becoming silica. And they supposedly had alien abductions with humans from these silica creatures, and they're building hybrid carbon-based and silica-based creatures, these little gray aliens. Now, let me just break this down. Grays and aliens are just demons. And the mixing of the seed is in prophecy of mixing iron with clay in Nebuchadnezzar's statue. Ironically, I'm reading out of the book of Hosea, and I'm going to read a bit of Lamentations as well, because I started reading Lamentations earlier, and it is exactly the state of the believers right now all over the world. Lamentations, literally. Sorrow. Great sorrow and lamentations. And to put it into a small, tiny reality, the people are mourning and suffering and witnessing that Yahweh, our Adonai Elohim, our Creator, had turned his back against the blasphemous, treacherous people of Israel because they went into perdition. They went whoring with other Elohim. They believed and started necromancing, and they started witchcraft, and they started pulling their people and their Teledim and their Sadducees and Pharisees out of worship and into perdition. And every time humanity does this, Yahweh pours his wrath upon his people, and they suffer greatly. And in Lamentations, which I just read, it's a short book, but it's just heart-wrenching to read these people and their story of their cities ravaged, their virgins ravaged, their young children gone, them eating their own children, starving to death, famine, plague, pestilence. All of these things that destroyed the people last time are coming again and will be happening very soon. Aviv 200 H1L. Yes. So, when I read the book of Lamentations out of the Sefer, and when I read and I listen to the book of Isaiah prophesying of these things, and I read the Old Testament that had warned of the Messiah coming, and it had warned its people of these things that will come to pass if they do not keep the Torah. They must keep the Torah, the law. And in the Tanakh, it's very clear that these beautiful people who believed, they were saved, but those who perished and witnessed this horrible thing that happened to the chosen, they were forsaken and divorced and are to be brought to jealousy and remittance. Blessings to you. Blessings. And I'm going to read now out of Yashurayu. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more, and the whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. And from the sole of the foot even to the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, and putrefying sores that they have not closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers, and the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodging in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city, except Yahuwah Sevuot had left unto us very small remnant. We should have been as Sedom, and we should have been unto Amorah. Hear the word, O Yahweh, the rulers of Sedom. Give ear unto the Torah of Elohim, ye people of Amorah. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifice unto me, says Yahweh? I am full of the ascending smoked offers of rams and fattened, fed beasts, and I delight not in the blood of bullocks or lambs, or of the he-goats, when ye come a pair before me. Who has required this at your hand to tread my courts? Bring no more oblation of evil incense, as it is an abomination unto me. No longer proclaim the new moon and the Sabbath and the feasts and your festivals. They are in vain. Your new moons and your feasts are odious to my soul. They are a burden I weary of lifting. And ye spread forth your hands, and I will hide my eyes from you. Yea, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are filled with blood. Now, with great love, I see this AV 200H1L. Hello, blessings to you. I say this with great love. There is no Jew nor Gentile. In the end times, there will be a culmination of believers that will come. Iran, blessings from Iran, blessings, brother. You are my brother. There will be a culmination of people from all nations that will come to the realization that this hideous thing that is all over the world is this. Not Jewish people, not Gentile people, but those who worship the Talmud, the Babylonian Empire of the unholy Roman Empire that runs this world to this day by the ones who carve stone, the Freemason Jesuits out of the Vatican, out of the Illuminati, out of the Vanguard, BlackRock, and Wayfair institutions of the world, the bankers, the Sadducees and Pharisees of old are running this world. And it's all theater of war. And we are at war with these enemies, these principalities, these demons that take over these people, these principalities in high places. If the Ayatollah in Iran was born on a blood moon, as Trump was born on a blood moon, and you have your Freemason and your Jesuits, your male and female energy, your iconography and your hand signals, and the Freemasons shaking hands with one another throughout the entire world system, that the President of the United States is just as corrupt as Maduro, who he removed. At exactly 201, where the Pope resides in Suite 201. And Mr. Hassop from the Illuminati and the Freemasons and the Jesuits who run this world mock and scoff the entire world while they commit murder, sedition, treason, and genocide. Vladimir Zelensky is an actor. Francis Macron was an actor, a student who slept with his homosexual teacher. And Justin Trudeau was a teacher who slept with his student, a teacher of theater in school, committing murder, sedition, and treason. When you see the theater at play, that this is Shakespearean theater of war, the art of war, written by the Jesuits, and you see these things play out perfectly in gematria and mathematical perfection, that it would be a full moon when they go in and take Maduro out at exactly 2:01. The anniversary of Manuel Noriega and his capture, exactly 36 years to the date. IHS in the Vatican equals 36. They use this coding and ritual. The occult of the world is your governments of the world. the Iranian government, the British monarchy, International Monetary Fund, the Dutch royal family, the Saudi royal family, all of these principalities in high places, woe unto you. Your gold will be dross, your silver will be dross, your money will be worthless in the great and terrible day of Yahuwah Adonai Sevuot. The true Palestine bloodline is holy. The true people of in and around those areas being slaughtered, genocide in Palestine, in Iran, in Canada, in Africa, and Venezuela, are beautiful people being taken over by these monsters, and that's what they are. They are literally demon-infested, humanoid-looking people, but they are not human, nor are they humane. And that's what it means to be human. Enter unto the rock and hide you in the dust for fear of Yahuwah, for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and Yahuwah alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of Yahuwah Sevuot shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that has lifted up, he shall be brought low, and upon all cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon the hills that are lifted up. I make this claim with beautiful truth, that there is beautiful people in Israel, in Canada, in America, that are so greatly deceived that they would cheer on genocide, cheer on murder. 9/11, oh my goodness, we got to go in there and kill those people and remove their government and put in a puppet government and bring in this banking cartel and get them to use our fictitious paper dollars and put them into slavery and deceive the entire world, which they've done. You're an IDF soldier, then I'm sure you could tell us horrific stories of what has been done in the name of righteousness. For anyone who takes up the sword shall die by the sword. And there is many beautiful Israeli people that are suffering great trauma from what they're witnessing by their own government. Hello from Poland. Blessings to you. I think that the people in Iran, for the most part, are beautiful people, but the Ayatollah, born on a blood moon, and his input and his being put in power and his removal of power shortly, he'll be 56 years old when he is removed from power. Blessings to you, Christine. Blessings, everyone from all over the world. You are blessed. Evil abounds when good men and women sit idle. When people are taught to hate each other and this divisive language that we have to kill those people in the name of, we were told to not partake in this. Furthermore, the scripture, the writing of the people that have witnessed the beginning from the end, that understand and comprehend the Alpha and the Omega, the before and the after, the Alpha and the Tav, that they would see this and say, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end times, there will be Hamas, Terah. The People's Republic of Chicago, good one. Blessings to you. Yes. Yeah, okay, you see the red wristband. Jacob and Esau. You would take a red wristband and put it around the firstborn, and Jacob, the heel holder, was holding Esau's heel, and Esau came out first, and Jacob came up second, but Jacob stole the lineage from Jesus. And there is this Kabbalistic red wristband story. Kash Patel wore one. You got Tucker Carlson wears one. Madonna wears one. The people who gave the Pope the staff wore one. It's Kabbalistic. And it is pure evil. We understand when we see their iconography and their hidden secret handshakes that they perform in front of you, and then they hold this hand gestures. And you understand that this cabal is coming to an end because they have a history, not his story, not that true history, but they have left a trail of breadcrumbs throughout time since the destruction of the first temple. From that point on, the Babylonian Luciferian edict of the stone carvers has remained and just rebranded itself over and over again. This time, it is coming to an end. Back to my story of bioengineered and corrupted DNA. I believe that you are the temple of Yahuwah, the third temple, and woe unto those who defile their temple, they shall surely die. They want to mix your DNA with CRISPR technology, that you would become a microphone and an earphone, that you would connect with this bio-electronic new transhumanism ideology that the World Economic Forum, with Klaus Schwab saying, pay sufficient attention to the cyber warfare and the blackouts. These people are monsters, and they're trying to mix iron with clay. They want you wired, hooked up with Neuralink, and Google's got their own version of Neuralink, and they want you to be just like in Star Trek, the Borg. The Borg, the cube, resistance is futile, and in the Star Trek episode of the Borg, it is a alien, evil, soulless empire in a cube that takes over societies and assimilates them for themselves. That's exactly what has happened in Jerusalem. In the people. They said, "Whoa, we're the Jews." No. Woe unto those who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. You take over a holy people's identity. It is no different than the crow taking the egg out of the nest and throwing it on the ground and putting its own egg in that nest. It is pure evil. Yes. Yes, the Project Looking Glass is another one. We will talk about these things. Maduro, this is Thomas, by the way. He's the one that just wants some loving. I got Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Okay, I'm trying to do a video, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. The flesh will not mix with the iron. Missouri, yes. Oh, wow. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Great to see you, Christopher. Hey, Ghost. Fortier. Blessings. Yes, Thomas is a cute one. He's a troublemaker, though. I wanted to talk about the crystallines and the plastic in the water and the insidious poisoning of our skies with chemtrails, bioweapons, the COVID-19 pandemic, March 11th, third month, 11th day, 3 times 11, 33. The last pandemic, the Spanish flu, third month, 11th day, same date, an anniversary date for a ritual of global murder. The third month and the 11th day, Spanish flu. And all of a sudden you got the third month and the 11th day, you've got COVID-19, and exactly 666 days that we had Event 201, Suite 201 with the Pope, and exactly 2:01 in the AM that Venezuela Maduro was captured. And you have exactly 666 days from the World Health Organization announcing a pandemic from the Clade X exercise. Twitter becomes X, X-Files, X marks the spot. We see all of these codings and we realize, well, what can we do? We win this war. We are at war. Yeah. Microplastics, silica, strontium, barium, nanoparticle aluminum. When they say that the world will be destroyed by fire, and they have palm trees in the shape of a mushroom cloud. This was out of Joel. When you see that there is a scroll flying through the air, a roll or a scroll. It's funny, Max Holmes says, tampon Tim, a scroll, a roll, flying through the air like wings of a pelican. I see fire in the shape of an upside down trumpet or a palm tree. That is a mushroom cloud. When you see that these strontium, barium, and nanoparticle aluminum sprayed in the skies for their weather warfare, for their HARP, for their direct energy weapons, then you could add up all of how this is going to happen. They let California burn. They let Hawaii burn. They let Scotch Creek and in a fire, forest fire near me, burn. They are using weapons of mass destruction against, who am I? Oh, I'm somebody very special. They use these weapons of mass destruction against humanity to displace them, to take their lands, to destroy their economies. This is the largest exchange of wealth in human history. In human history. Millions, billions of people have gone bankrupt. We have yet to see the outcome and the extent of the loss that is really trying to be quantified because everybody's distracted from these distractions. Yes. Yes, this world, Cortex, is so screwed up. And when you realize how bad it is, then you realize there's no coming back from this. It was built to be destroyed. No, this is all off the top of my head and from my heart and my mind. Wearing plastic glasses, yes. Our whole world's plastic. We understand that where we're going in this future, in the very near future, it's the end of this era. It's the end of this story. That it is so corrupted and so malevolent that when people wake up, there's going to be a massive uprising. All the governments will fall to destruction. Yes. Yes. The more you separate yourself from this world, the more you will be attacked, but the more you will see, the more you will comprehend. The veil is literally being removed, like in the movie The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy with the red shoes. We're talking about the Red Shoe Society. The Pope wears red shoes, made of human skin, as the Levites used to wear red shoes made of human skin. We see these storylines breaking apart from all of our movies. All of our heroes are zeros. All of our rock stars, Hollywood stars, movie stars, sports stars are fallen stars. Just like I'm drawing a blank. The pyramid, the picture of Paramount Pictures has the Mount Horeb, not Mount Horeb. Help me out here, praiseworthy. Where did the fallen angels land on? Mount Hermon. Thank you, Mike. Oh, good to see you, brother. Mount Hermon and Paramount Pictures logo with the stars around it is telling you that these sports stars, Hollywood stars, wrestling stars, they're fallen stars, the fallen anglios, messengers, the ones of the stars that did not hold their positions in the heavens. These are the deities and the enemies of mankind that are running this world that we live in to this day. Malak, Moloch, the owl, the same owl you would see in this movie, The Communion, with these fallen angels, these deities. Same with the fifth element. You see in all of Hollywood this mixing of the owl, secret society, the Freemasons, and the Jesuits and their secret societies, the owl in the dollar bill. You see that Mount Hermon has a cave down below called Pan's Cave. And they had ritually murdered our children ever since then, that they had fallen on Mount Hermon. And out of the book of Hanok, out of the book of Enoch, clearly, you will read that they have done these things. You will see that the reason the book of Hanok was taken out, because the fallen angels, and it was written in the book of Yashar, that this is what happened. Yes. What book is this? This is the book, it is called the Sefer. This Sefer means book. You could get it at thesefer.net. It has all of the other books that were taken out of the King James Version, out of the Bible, and it's put back in and in order and with the proper pronunciation. And if you read the preface of this book, it'll tell you why all of these books were put back in. And on chapter 7 of the book of Hanok, it says, "And it happened after the sons of men had multiplied in those days, that the daughters were born of them elegant and beautiful. And when the watchers, the stars, the watchers, and the sons of heaven beheld them, that they became enamored by them, saying to each other, Come, let us select for ourselves women. And we begot progeny of men, and let us begot children. And their leader, Semjaza, said unto them, I fear that perhaps I disposed of this performance of this enterprise, that I alone shall suffer this grievous crime. And he is, it says, ascribe all sin to Azazel. That's where the scapegoat comes from. They take the two goats and they slaughter one, and they give the scapegoat out into the wilderness to Azazel. In the movie X-Men with Kevin Bacon, you see this character Azazel, and he's this red-faced demon. This Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates and fabrication of mirrors and the workmanship of bracelets and ornaments and the use of paint to beautify the eyelids. All of these things that they, the fallen ones, had taught mankind defiled this utopia that we lived in. We are a species without a memory. When we look at the Tartarian Empire, we say, what empire lived in this world before us? These buildings are beautiful. These monuments are gorgeous. How can we not make these things to this day? And yet we are so sophisticated, and we have no memory of our ancestors and what really happened. Now you know why. That wasn't the first great reset. That was the destruction. And here before us, we're seeing and re-understanding who we are and what we are. Alleluia. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Christopher, yes. The Yod-Heh Vav-Heh, the great name, is in our DNA. And then the third strand that the queen, before she was cremated and ceremonially destroyed, even counting the steps to where they laid her to rest, where they broke her wand of Hollywood, wood of holly, the spellcaster's wand was broken and laid upon her casket. We had known that she had lit these lights of 3 strands of DNA. And they forced this upon 70% of the world. 2/3 shall fall and 1/3 shall stand. This genetic manipulation with CRISPR technology is apparent that they have been not only defiling our temple by putting human meat into DNA, into defiling our temple with hamburger and McDonald's and Wendy's and these fast food franchises. They found human DNA in many of our foods, and they want us to eat bugs, and they want us to eat each other and normalize cannibalism. They're bringing about abomination after abomination, pedophilia. These monsters will not stop. And the only thing that's going to stop this is our prayer, intervention, and belief that Yahuwah Adonai Elohim, our one and only hope, is going to bring this to an end, because all flesh should be corrupted if time was not cut short. We're at the end. Yeah. Yes. Robert Kennedy, JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King, Elvis Presley the King. You see, they symbolize a mocking and scoffing. Let's give them a hero and we'll give them a hero. Let's cause dissension and confusion during the Vietnam War. Let's say World War I, World War II. It doesn't matter. World War I in Gematria equals 68. World War II in Gematria equals 68. The invasion of Ukraine, if you just add up the numbers of the date when they invaded Ukraine, equals 68. They planned these world wars. They bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima on that perfect date. And I'm sorry, Harry S. Truman in 1933, in the 33rd president, on the 33rd parallel, the same 33rd parallel of Mount Hermon, where the angels fell on Mount Hermon, in the 33rd parallel of JFK getting assassinated in a Freemason plaza, where Lincoln was shot in the back of the head in a theater, and the lone gunman ran into a library, and RFK or JFK, whoever, was shot in the back of the head on a Lincoln Continental limousine from a guy in a library who ran into a theater. Then you understand how far back this theater is presented to you, where Jackie Onassis was once Kennedy, and now she's Onassis. And RFK Jr., JFK Jr., John is Onassis' son, not Martin Luther King. Sorry, I get my kings mixed up. JFK's son. JFK's son had straight hair. Onassis' son had curly hair. You start looking at these trading places and these bloodlines of these evil ones who infiltrate these governments and put in their puppet bloodlines. There's nothing British about the British monarchy. They're German. Then you go, aha. Yeah. Don't eat it. It's poison. Yes. Yes. Yes, Tony. I'm sorry, praiseworthy. We're seeing that they're unraveling the truth in the lies. We know, and I condemn nobody. I don't say that Donald Trump's Antichrist or he's pro-Christ. I say this plainly. This is theater. If one man could say, oh, I'm 107, 107, 17, Q, the 17th letter of the alphabet, and trust the plan, you're eating popcorn, you're watching a movie. I say I trust no man. When I bring you these evidences, I say to you plainly, and I will say this again, if Visionary Vet, you get to see this video, that with great love and respect to all the watchmen, all the watchers, all those CIA, NSA, Mossad, Homeland Security, stand up. Realize that the entire world is at war right now, and that you might be working for the enemy and not even know it, and that you must take this in prayer and in truth, that these things are real. They're spraying our skies. They are like children that have no idea or understanding of the malevolence that they're dealing with. You have to understand, if they let off the first nuclear bomb and they didn't know if they were going to ignite the atmosphere, that's how sociopathic, insane these demons are. Oh, we don't know if it's going to light up the atmosphere and kill everything on the planet, but let's go light up the bomb anyway. Hey, we just released a bioweapon. We don't know if it'll get out of hand and mutate. I know we got an antidote. We wouldn't release a bioweapon without one, but let's just see what happens. Let's give it a go. Let's bomb Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Let's start a third world war because there's too many people on the planet. Just like in the Georgia Guidestones that was destroyed on George Bush Sr.'s birthday, where they say they have to keep the population under 500 million. That means 6.5, 7 billion people have to die. That's how sociopathic and how insane these people are. Completely deranged and extremely dangerous and malevolent force that we're up against. The ballroom, Baal worship, baseball, basketball, superb owl, Super Bowl. You see all of the give them bread and circus before you, and then you realize, I've been hypnotized by this, and I've got to snap out of it, call up my people, call them out publicly with love and restraint, and say, enough. It's time that you go away now. We win this war with truth, bringing the light of the world to the darkness. We are witnessing the darkest time in human history. You think it was bad in Sodom and Gomorrah? That's when they were breeding with the Anglios, the Malak, Moloch, the fallen ones. When the angels came to take Lot's out and his family out of Sodom and Gomorrah, they wanted to sleep with those angels because they knew exactly what those angels were. And if you don't believe in Sodom and Gomorrah, you just have to look at Ron Wyatt Discoveries and see that there are ziggurats that are burnt to a crisp with sulfur balls that you could dig out and light on fire and say, this is a different type of sulfur. There's no volcanic sulfur around like this. What is this? It came from the skies. Fire and brimstone and naphtha fell from the heavens and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Yes, Christopher. We're going to win. We're going to win. We win. I'm in this matrix, in this bubble, in this chamber, in this echo chamber, speaking truth that if I affect one person today, hallelujah. One person at a time. We have the right to live and exist in truth and freedom and in love. No anger, no fear. You are not given the spirit of fear. It's going to hurt. It's going to be excruciating. You will be tried in the fire. You will be persecuted. You will be coerced. Take it. You won't have any idea what it's like to starve to death if you don't take your digital ID, your digital currency. Oh, we took out the bad guys, we took out the bankers, but now we got to have a new currency, a cryptocurrency, a blockchain, can't buy, sell, and trade without it currency. Because we're using the Bible, his story, as a template. We're bringing about the end times using the Bible as a template, telling you plainly, cryptocurrencies, England came out with it. You need a digital ID to get a banking account, to get a check, to have money that you could buy your poison food with while you're being sterilized to exist in this world. And you're going to have to step out of the matrix and say, no, thank you. My Father will provide for me as he has provided for the sparrow, and walk completely in faith. They can't take the guns, but they're trying. In Canada and America is the last bastion of freedom, of a well-armed society. If you're in America and Canada, and if you think this stuff's not coming on our land, you are mistaken. England gave up their guns. Australia gave up their guns. This is the last stand. All hands on deck. Get spiritually ready to witness this abomination before you. Cash is king. It's going to get crazy. The silver market's going through. It's going to crash. Gold's going to crash. Everybody's going to be like, now what? The money will be silver and gold, and it will be dross. The money will be useless. The commodity will be food and water and knowledge. Yes. What we see coming, and from what the prophets, and I don't mean prophet, hey, I'll tell you if you subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm talking about people that see, read, and take it to their Father in prayer for confirmation, which everybody should do. You got dreams, you got visions, so do I. But I take them in prayer and in silence and in confirmation and put them to the test through the word and wait. Wait in faith that this would be given to you. Those who seek prophecy and search it out, which I've done, I am in error. Yeah. Regarding Venezuela, thank you, Praiseworthy. When we seek out interpretation of your dreams and visions, what you're trying to do is ask yourself, are other people having these dreams and visions? Is it just me? 2 moon dreams, rapture dreams, nuclear war dreams, tsunami dreams? And what do they look like? And I've been searching the internet since George Floyd riots, all over the chats, in all of the Watchers channels, to see some continuity, and there is. He never stopped talking to us. We stopped listening. Woe unto those preachers who have scattered the flock, who say, oh, God, stop talking. There's no prophecy since the prophets, since the Old Testament, since the Tanakh. Yeshua said plainly, this is what's going to happen. You'll see the destruction of the temple. You'll see the destruction of Jerusalem. You will see the people scattered amongst all 4 corners of the earth. And it'll be brought to ruin and desolation. And all the churches will be apostate. In the end times, there will be lovers of themselves, braggarts, boastful, greedy, hateful, scornful, and they won't believe the word. And they will love themselves and give up their own children. And they will be as in the days of the flood. There will be Hamas. There will be terror. We're just entering into this great tribulation, and we must be ready for it. And there's no weapon that you need more than truth and discernment. And the enemy will come upon you, and they will give you dreams and visions. They will give you all of this falsehood. You got Charlie Kirk and all of this Turning Point USA. Hey, let's go into this Christian Zionism. It's kind of like Talmudic Jews, but you're Christians. And you could say, yay, we bombed Venezuela. Yay, we're killing Ukrainians and we're killing Russians. Yay, go get them, Trump. Fight, fight, fight. FFF 666. I don't think so. I don't take a side. Those people in Iran have a right to live. Those people in Ukraine and Russia have a right to live. We're witnessing genocide in Palestine right now. Oh, they're terrorists. We got to kill them. Oh, they're communists. We got to kill them. Oh, we got to kill, 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 kill. I say, stand down. Be at peace and love and in prayer and seek wisdom and spiritual truth, because you will fall to the left or you will fall to the right in derision, in obscurity. Yes. Put on the armor every day, every hour, every minute. Everywhere I look, I see 33, 9/11, 111. And it's in everything. When you start looking at, oh, Red Bull, that's a monster drink, Tav, 666. Oh, hey, look, President's Choice, CC, 33. Oh, hey, look, it's in KFC, KFC. That spells 33. McDonald's, the M. It's blaspheme, all of it. Imagine having the eyes to see and ears to hear, and you start walking around and going, that logo, it has 666 in it. The logo for CERN has 666 in it. Ottawa, the flag of Ottawa, Canada, has 666 in it. It's in everything, I guess. Todd's right. When you have eyes to see, and you see, oh, look, Captain Crunch, CC. Kansas City Chief, KC. Oh, wow. What else do we got? It's in everything. Coca-Cola, CC. You start realizing that this ancient society that's run this world has been poisoning us, experimenting us, destroying us, manipulating us for a very long time. And it's time to wake up. And it's going to get scary. Because once you wake up and you look around, you go, oh my goodness, it's in everything. Gatorade, G, the Freemason G with Barak, lightning bolt, and Satan was cast down like a bolt of lightning. And on the back you see 3 hexagons, 666, on their logo, right on their label. And it's poison. Interesting. And I could go on for hours and it wouldn't matter. Killing terrorists, you know it, Dave. You are blessed. You woken up in this time, in this perfect time. You didn't wake up too late. You didn't wake up too early. You're all waking up, all 74 of you, in perfect timing. Those that are watching me, those that are monitoring me, those evil Rukaoth and spirits that attack me, you too are realizing the end is near. Those witches and warlocks and necromancers and remote viewers, I say this to you. Come out of her, my people. Many, many will come out of this tribulation. Because we'll look around and we'll say, I'm part of this evil club if I don't repent. I'm part of this, supporting this insanity by buying this plastic, by eating at this fast food restaurant. My dreams and my intuition that is given to me is all glory to Yahuwah Adonai Elohim, the one and only, the great I am that I am, his name. Your surname, I ask you, Maine, what is your name? And you answer me, I am David. Your first name is I am. And you are all blessed. Many are blinded. And when the veil is removed, we've got to be the ones that act out of love, out of truth, out of no wickedness and no judgment. We've got to look at these people with the rainbow flag and say, come out of her. Oh, I know sex is fun, and yeah, it sure feels good. Come out of her. Come out of Babylon. Come out of worship of Ishtar, the transgender deity, worship of Baphomet, worship of Moloch. We are deceived equally, and we must not judge these peoples who have deaf ears and blind eyes. And if we can't reach them, we move on to another. And we hope and we pray that our works would yield good results. And we do this out of love, not trying to enter into heaven, lest any man should boast. We do this work. I show you my face. I tell you, I'm from the communist country of Canada and the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. Plainly, I do not hide my face. I ask for no money. I ask only that you would hear and understand and comprehend and act out of love and kindness and be the light of the world and go forth and give love and give encouragement and be the light of the world. Say, hey, you're beautiful. You look happy today. Here's $10, Mr. Homeless Person. Go have a hot meal. Feed the hungry. Clothe the naked. Give and preach the Besaroth of truth, that they would understand that they are deceived. Oh, I've got the New King James Version. Oh, I've got the new NIV. Oh, I've got the Queen James Version. For us rainbow people, we've got our own Bible. It is not the right Bible. They say, woe unto those who take a jot and a tittle out or put a jot and a tittle in. What is to become of you? Woe unto you who desire the great and terrible day of the Lord. I don't desire this destruction of mankind, but it's coming. When I read Lamentations, it just brings me to tears. Because when I read it, it's the people of Father that are in Lamentations, and they are woeing, and they are crying, and they are watching everything that they know be destroyed, and that's where we're headed. Her adversaries are the chiefs, her enemies prosper, for Yahuwah has afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. Her children are gone into captivity before the enemy, and from the daughter of Zion, all her beauty is departed. Her princes are become like deer that find no pasture. They are gone without strength before the pursuer. Jerusalem remembered in the days of her affliction and of her miseries all her pleasant things that she had in the days of old, when her people fell into the hand of the enemy, and none did help her. The adversaries saw her and did mock her Sabbaths. Fourth commandment, keep your Sabbath holy. Yes, Christine. Alleluia. Tossed in waves of deception. It is nothing to you, all ye that pass by. Behold and see, there will be any sorrow like unto my sorrow, which is done unto me, wherewith Yahuwah has afflicted me in the day of his fierce anger. From above he has sent fire into my bones, and it prevails against them. He has spread a net for my feet. He has turned me back. He has made me desolate and faint all the day. The yoke of my transgressions is bound by his hand. They are weathered, and they come upon my neck. He has made my strength to fall. Adonai has delivered me unto their hands, from whom I am not able to rise up. We will be given unto the enemy if we do not sanctify our minds and our hearts and our souls first. And then hear, and then see, and then comprehend and take it unto prayer to your Father and say, Father, is this what you're showing me? Am I understanding this right, that we're about to be destroyed? I said this on New Year's Eve. We watched this movie. What's it called? The Hills Are Alive with Music? The Sound of Music. That was kind of a thing. We'd watch Charlie Brown at Christmas until we realized Christmas was a pagan holiday, and The Hills Are Alive with Music. The Sound of Music, sorry. And when I watched it for the first time again this year, out of pure boredom, I realized, oh, that's where we're headed. The Nazis are coming. They're coming to take your land. They're coming to take your house. We've been infiltrated. We are infiltrated, and we are at war, and our destruction is imminent because we trusted Donald Trump. We trusted Barack Obama. We trusted Joe Biden. We trusted Justin Trudeau, Boris Johnson, Keir Starmer, or whoever our leaders are. They have all betrayed us. And as in the days of Noah, so shall it be. Hamas, terror, starvation, war, plagues, pestilence. And it's here. This big distraction that you see of this bioweapon unleashed onto mankind, when they had in the House a parliamentary inquiry that they admit it was a gain-of-function research. As in the days of Noah, all flesh shall be corrupted. They have tampered with your temple, and if you have taken it, you must repent. You must say, I trusted Dr. Bill Gates instead of my father. You watch The Sound of Music too? Yeah. It was a bioweapon. People are dying everywhere. They call it sudden adult death syndrome here in Canada. And they're pushing MAID, medical assisted suicide. And they're now pushing it in America. They just approved it. Oh, yay, we get to kill you. Hey, if you're depressed, broken, hungry, mentally depressed, we offer you kill. We could kill you if you want. You want some of death? How about some heroin? How about some crack? Yeah, we got legal injection sites where, yeah, any drug you want. You're not miserable enough? Well, we'll jack up the food more. I just bought a bag of coffee this big. It used to be $14. Now it's $30. It doubled in price. I used to be able to buy 3 liters of olive oil for $20. Now it's $60. Soon there won't be food. Are you going to be the ones that feed the hungry, clothe the naked, shelter the homeless? Because that's what's coming. And they're going to create this environment for us to kill each other for our can of soup. Italy also, yes. Thank you, everybody. Everybody in this chat, you are all blessed. We're all in this, watching this, in this insanity of our governments turning on us. In England, they're like, what are you doing putting up all of these people in hotel rooms? We got homeless people. We got a serious situation here, and they get free food and rent. An immigrant here in Canada gets $2,000 plus a month and a whole year of wages. Tim Hortons and Booster Juice are paying $30 an hour to make coffee, but you can't get that job because you're not an immigrant. In all nations. In all Commonwealth nations, in England, United Kingdom, UK, Ukraine, United Kingdom, rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple, Phoenician. These Phoenicians have infiltrated all nations, in all leaderships, bringing about immigration to cause tension, division, derision, because out of order chaos. Color revolution, gay against straight, black against white, Muslim against Christian, Netzraim against Judea. I say this. Are you the Netzar? Are you the one that believe in the Nazareth? That he is the Son? That he's not just a prophet? The tongue of the sucking child cleaves to the roof of the mouth for thirst. The young child asks bread, and no man breaks it unto them. They did feed delicately and are desolate in the streets. They were brought up in scarlet embraced dunghills. For the punishment of iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sedom, and overthrown in the moment, and no hand stayed on her. Her Nezraim were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk. They were more ruddy body than rubies. Their polishings were as sapphire. Ruddy, meaning red. Adom, red. Not Edom, Edomites, Adomite. Big difference. Yes, the coffee is that expensive. I could spend $100 and walk out with 2 grocery bags, barely full. It is insane in Canada. In Tuktoyaktuk, where I was in the Arctic Circle, a 2-liter of pop is $30 for 1 2-liter of Pepsi. How does that make any sense? These ones that own everything are jacking up their prices on purpose, killing their own industries on purpose, because they don't care about money. They have all the money. They want to depopulate the world. I'm sorry. The truth hurts. It's terrifying. And the only thing to take that fear away is Yahuwah Adonai Elohim. He takes your fear away. He takes your anger away. He takes your frustration away. And he says, aha. They have claimed the high places of Mount Hermon for their own. On the 33rd parallel, United Nations claims that mountain. So be it. Brothers and sisters, I've given you the word that you would understand and comprehend that these are the days that were prophesied. When he has come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him, and behold, there came a leper and worshipped him, saying, Adonai, if you will, can you make me clean? And Yeshua put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be clean. And immediately the leprosy was cleansed. And Yeshua said unto him, see that you tell no man, but go your way and show yourself to the priests and offer a gift that Moshe commanded for a testimony unto them. Wasn't his time yet. Now is the time that you would take this to your Father in prayer and say, Father, could this be? Is this real? Are these things that we see real? In Psalms 91, everybody quotes Psalms 91. In these songs, he who dwells in the secret place of El Elyon shall abide under the shadow of El Shaddai. I will say of Yahuwah, he is my refuge. my fortress, my Elohim. In him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and the noisome pestilence. There is no other way to get beyond this without faith. There is no other way. You're going to lose your mind. It says, men's hearts shall fail them for fear and trembling. Some of these mockers and the scoffers that don't realize what's coming, they've been given over to a reprobate mind that they would not comprehend what they see and understand. And if it's too terrifying for them, would be like your typical teenager going, well, I'm not scared. Oh, you will be. When the veil is removed and you see these things, when the prophecy is given that men's hearts shall fail them for fear and trembling, what is coming upon the whole world, all at the same time, there is no refuge. There is no, oh, let's just run to Canada. Canada's a safe country. Let's go to America. America's safe. We could, escape tyranny. It's all over the world. And it's biblical. And his wrath is coming upon the world because we have transgressed against his Torah, against his law. And every time in history, his story, we transgress against the Torah, the 10 Commandments. Pretty simple, light yoke to carry upon your shoulders. His yoke is light. Thou shalt not kill. Hey, that's cool. I'm okay with that. Share. Don't be jealous. Keep your Sabbath holy. Worship no other Elohim. No, you mean there's other Elohim? Yeah, there's other deities called the fallen ones, called your government, called your sports stars, your rock stars. We are in trouble. Yes. Yes, we don't wrestle against the principalities in high places and governments taken out of the New King James Version. And the more we realize that we're up against something that we can't fight with your typical weapons, that this is your weapon, and what comes out of your mouth must be truth. Truth is the weapon. Love is the ammo. Speak the word of Yahuwah, and the demons shall flee. You will be tempted and tormented, seduced by all of your old worldly flesh. And you'll have to give up your flesh. Corruption, incorruption. To put on incorruption, you must listen and eat the bread, the word. You must have your lamp filled with oil, the word, the knowledge, the Ruach HaKodesh within you would guide you and teach you, that you would accept this gift, this grace that says we're all not worthy, we're all going somewhere, and you get to choose where you want to go. So choose wisely. Truth, love. Yeah. So there's more viruses coming around, by the way. That's why they're still, censoring people. There's this virus going around in Europe right now where people are asked, maybe you should put your thing back on. Don't bite the hate bait. Don't bite the race bait. Don't bite the fear porn. Spit it out. Say, no, not this time. Yeah. My dog's all right. They're going to get fed. So the little guy's hungry. And Wrinkles is doing good. I just gave him a nice hot bath, scrubbed him down, and gave him a nice towel scrub and cleaned all his ears and scrubbed his face, and he's doing good. He's not going to be with us much longer. He's my buddy. I am grateful that I live in the country. I am grateful that I am awake, not awoke. I am so grateful that I've been given this opportunity to represent the people that have discernment and understanding, that are only here to help one another and guide one another in the darkest time of human history, which is right before us. Antibiotics, yeah. Yeah. I hope to see you doing a combined live. I would love to with Gyro. Yeah. Jurassic Liars. Yeah. Yes, Christine. Thank you for saying that too. I like him. It took me a while to warm up to a lot of this because of one thing. The origins of the Babylonian Gematria. But I say this, many are speaking truth and showing the evil, and his decoding is very unique. There was others that are very unique, and there's others that just reverberate. But Adam at the Illusion and these other people, like Joseph Aquaviva and all of these people, they all got a job to do, and I'm okay with that. But I say this, there comes a point when you're awake and you see all these things and you know that there's only one thing left to do, is when you realize the world is run by a bunch of sociopathic Jesuits and Babylonian Talmudic Zionists that absolutely hate us and are committing global genocide and are very powerful, there's only one thing to do. Bring people to the truth. Continue waking them up. Gently persuading them to look here, look there. No criticism, right? Yeah. Blessings. Hi, Kenley. Good to see you. We're all warriors. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your baby. I'm so sorry to hear that. Brothers and sisters, 69 in the chat, let us pray for our loved one. Jay Miller, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine the pain and suffering. Yeah. We have to understand there's massive amount of weapons that are beyond our comprehension. People say, oh, HARP, that's a conspiracy. No, it's not. Direct energy weapons, oh, that's a conspiracy. No, it's not. Everyone here, 67 in the chat, you could go to my shorts and my photos, another episode of my pictures. I got tons of pictures of these direct energy weapons. Oh, yes, Kenley. They're both getting fed right now. I got tons of evidence. You could go to Global Freedom Party on Telegram. I got 2 channels on Telegram, and on my Facebook channel, there's tons of evidence of these weapons of mass destructions. And they say, oh, it's weather. Oh, non-accountability as the Appalachians get flooded. Oh, forest fire. Half of California burnt out. Lahaina burnt to a crisp. Scotch Creek, the west coast of Alberta, the east coast of Canada, all over the world. These monsters are doing this to put you into 15-minute cities. They're pushing this 15-minute city idea. Oh, you'll have everything. You won't have to leave your city. It'll be great. You could work, eat, sleep, and die in the same little 1 mile. No, we were never designed for that. David, great to see you. Blessings. There comes a time when people start waking up and you want to say, I told you so. You say, no, I'm glad. Welcome. People have asked in my community, Todd, can you do a big seminar? Could you come and speak? When I'm invited, and it is the perfect timing, I will represent the truth to my community. I know the Freemasons are watching me too. Mike, I know what you're going through when you're being gang stalked all the time. It gets kind of pathetic and stale, and I'm with you, brother. Being gang stalked constantly gets tiring, but you're also waking up the gang stalkers. The enemy, you need to hear this. These secret societies don't love you. You're just a tissue paper. When you see all of the Hollywood elite destroyed when they're finished with them, then you will understand what they think of you. They don't love any one of their peoples that they use. They just throw them out. Halal, Chisatan, Satan, has no love in it, no truth in it. That's his job. So if you think, oh, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be saved when this hits the fans, I'm part of the club. Only until they're done with you, and that you have done the dirty deed, and you have turned on your own kind, on your own citizens, on your own brothers and sisters, then you will be, like in the book of Lamentations, weeping and crying and bawling and saying, Yahuwah, where are you in our time of calamity? Why are you allowing the enemy to take us over? It's because you have done very bad things. And your repentance, your smoke offerings, your burnt offerings, our children, your feasts and your festivals have become an abomination to Yahweh, and he will not hear your prayers. And the worst place I would ever want to be is standing in the judgment in the throne room, and he says to me, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, I never knew you. Yes, Mike. So in case you don't know, Communist Manifesto, the first thing they do when there's boots on the ground and all of these Antifa guys and all of these communist parliamentary traitors in your own governments, they take them and they get them up against the wall and they kill all of them publicly first. And when asked why, it's because, well, they turned on their own people. They can't be trusted. So why would we have them in our government? We just told them that they're going to be part of the government. We just told them that they're going to be given positions of high status and we're going to give them millions of paper dollars. But once the traitors are done with, they put them up against the wall and publicly execute them every single time. The killing fields of Manchuria is a good example. They killed all the smart people, all the wise people, all the spiritual people. The killing fields of Manchuria. I was given this song with Sinead O'Connor, the anniversary of Tiananmen Square. And I'll sing this to you again for those new viewers. Margaret Thatcher on TV, shocked at the deaths that took place in Beijing. It seems strange that she should be offended by the same orders given by her. I've said this before now. You said I was childish, but don't say it now. Remember what I told you. If they hated me, they will hate you. And that morning when I heard that song in my mind and I woke up and I looked it up and I listened to that song again, it had a whole new meaning. Just like that song, the hills are alive with the sound of music. And all of a sudden it had a whole new meaning in the end times. And then I looked it up, the date of Tiananmen Square massacre, and it was that day that I was given that song and told to go look that up. What is that date? It's today. It's today, Todd. It's a reminder of the color revolution that's happening in your country and happening in America and all over the world. These communisms, this Bolshevik Antichrist behavior is all over the whole world right now. And I went, wow. Wow. It's not coincidence. Yes. Yes. She did. She courted a Muslim. Yes. Yes. You're not alone, Mike. They'll seduce you. They'll take your weakest link, all of your insecurities, all of your failures, all of your screw-ups, everything you've ever done that makes you feel really crappy about yourself. He takes it all away. In my rapture dream, I saw all of those things, all of those stupid things that bothered me and made me hate myself and made me think I wasn't worthy. I looked up and seen his sandals and come before the sun, and he's coming down. Oh my goodness, it's happening. He's coming, he's here. Oh my goodness. And I fell on my face and I prayed. And all of the screw-ups, everything you've ever done goes away. Ascribe all sin to Azazel. You were brainwashed. You were in this matrix to believe these things. You are a victim of the crime. You are not the crime. You are a victim of the crime. Sins of your father. Who taught you these things? That you should hate yourself? That you thought you were in the wrong body? Who taught you that you done something that he cannot undo? Leave it at the water. Let it go. That halal would be the accuser of my brethren, sitting on the edge of the Sha'ayim and saying to Adonai Elohim, see, Job, you have a hedge of protection around him. If you remove it, he shall curse you to his name. And he says, no. Those are my children. They love me. They know my voice. There's nothing you could do to them. They are mine, says Yahuwah. Don't believe the enemy. You're going to be tempted. You're going to screw up to your last breath. That's okay. You're in a skin suit. You're in a sin suit. You are weak in the flesh. And when you starve your flesh, you are strong in the spirit. The meek shall inherit the earth. The meek is to be in control of your mind and your faculties and your emotions, to be tamed, to be in control. The enemy wants you in derision, and he wants you to be upset, and he wants you to be scared and angry, and you say, no, I rebuke you, halal, in the great and mighty name, I am that I am. Yahushua HaMashiach, I reject you. We're a product of our environment. Yes. Hallelujah. The community of the believers that know, that see this ugliness, that know it's coming, are the beautiful ones that shine, that will not be led astray, that will not be forsaken. Hi, Jan. I'm not a main speaker of nothing. I'm just a guy. This is my channel, and welcome. You are blessed here. John Horse says, I'm Looney Tunes. Again, mocking and scoffing all day long. You will not see and you will not hear. I can't help you, but I tell you this. Cladex exercise 666 days before the World Health Organization announced a pandemic. Don't tell me that they took Maduro out right here at 2:01 a.m. on the 36th anniversary of the CIA asset Manuel Noriega being removed from Panama. Don't tell me his 56-year-old vice president was installed, Maduro taken out. That the American Pope on September 14th, 1955 to January 3rd, 26, as the 111th day, and Venezuela equals 111, and Ordinal, and New York equals 111, and 9/11 happened in New York, leaving 101 days in the year. Don't tell me that these coincidences are just, happenstance. Building 1 fell, building 2 fell, building 7 fell. On the 11th month and the 7th day, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Don't tell me that these globalists, these Zionists, these ones who worship the Talmud, who say Yeshua HaMashiach, the Christ, is boiling in excrement and it's okay to have sex with 3-year-old children. Don't tell me that these people are not evil and control the world. If you cannot see, I cannot help you. But this is a reality. Epstein Island is in the shape of Nickelodeon logo. Nickelodeon means I hate Yahuwah. I hate the Creator. Don't tell me SquarePants SpongeBob and his license plate on his cartoon is Epstein Island's island. Don't tell me A113 in all of the cartoons isn't the adrenochrome molecule that they harvest from our children that they brutally murder. And their feasts and festivals and burnt offerings are not our children. And that in Bohemian Grove, they don't burn an effigy of a child, it's an actual child. That every governor and every president and every statesman in California and America go to Bohemian Grove and stand in front of a Moloch, the statue of Moloch, the owl, and don't do these evil things. I call out the evil. It is what it is. Don't tell me that you got John Legend and his wife, Chrissy Teigen, bragging on Twitter, eating adrenochrome and pizza. That Podesta wearing red shoes, speaking of hot dog parties and pizza, aren't code for children. That Pizzagate was a conspiracy and not a reality. You are mistaken. When you know these things, you know. Q and QAnon, two different things. Q and QAnon, whether it's a psyop or not, whether it was Julian Assange, Edward Snowden, or McAfee, one thing is certain. People are waking up, and people know what's happening in the world now, and they realize that Prince Charles, he's not my king. And his children are evil. Hallelujah. We're in a darkest time in human history. When it becomes evident and you start seeing the world, you need prayer. Yes. Yes. Hallelujah. Not halal, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let me show you. In the book called the Sefer, the Aleph and the Tav, I am the beginning and the end, he says. In the preface, when they call their meat halal, the name of the Lucifer is halal. Let us read it together. Halal. Yeshurayu, Isaiah 14. The only place of scripture where the Bible have situated the name of Lucifer. How art thou fallen, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Isaiah, King James Version, heavily redacted. The real name of Halal, how are you fallen from heaven, O Halal, son of the howling morning? How you are cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations. Do not say halal, hallelujah. You say alleluia. And that slight deception, that slight, tiny little thing and you say, in John 1, there is a God or there is the God, makes a big difference. The Jehovah's Witness Bible, the main church in the shape of a pyramid with an all-seeing eye, the New Mormons. You could go on about how the churches are deceived. It's not the beautiful people in the church. They're not evil. The leaders that scattered the flock, that infiltrated the churches, the Freemason Jesuits that do this on purpose, they hold that book closed. Yes. RK 69, RK. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Yes. We look, we see Jesus, Yeshua, Christos, ex Christos, Messiah, Theos, God, or Gad, Gadriel, Yeos, Son, Sotar, Savior. It's probably backwards. Yeah, Dave. You say, no thanks. Halal. Where they torture with a jagged knife and traumatize the animal. Well, there's your adrenochrome. And then they bite the foreskin off a child. Adrenochrome. When you have a clean kill in the field, if you're a hunter, you know darn well you want to clean kill that animal to hit the ground and die in peace and not even know it's been killed. And you have these people, these monsters that are purposefully killing an animal and having it suffer, so the adrenalized blood is tainted. Halal meat. They put this in your face all day long and you say, oh, blaspheme. And many don't know. Many do not comprehend. Don't eat the fast food restaurants. Don't eat this poison. Walk in peace and love. Walk in truth and honor. Be the light of the world and say, good morning. You look beautiful today. Let me hold the door for you. Till the very end. Walk in his footsteps, his beautiful footsteps. And if for those that don't believe, Jew or Gentile, I say this, go read Pontius Pilate's letter that he wrote to Caesar describing Yeshua. Get to know your Savior. That letter to this day, if I'm down and out and I need a little pick-me-up, I'll have it audio read to me. That letter of Pontius Pilate to Caesar, describing Yeshua HaMashiach, our Savior. They who had crucified him will mourn and weep and lament. And they'll say, oh my goodness, we actually destroyed the Messiah we've been waiting for. But you have these Talmudic Zionists saying, oh, we found the Messiah. Yeah, we're keeping him hidden. Ben Yosef, he's memorized the Torah. Many will be deceived. Yes. Yeah. Grand rising, I say happy new day. You say good morning, you're wishing somebody, you're actually necromancing. When you say I'm weekend on the weekend, I go to earn a living. That means you're in bondage and slavery, and you put the soul of the dead and the ashes of your dead in an urn. Monday, moon day, Tuesday, tear day. Your language is so important to truth. We're actually speaking in reverse. Hebrew is written from right to left on this side of the Euphrates, and on this side of the Euphrates, it's written from left to right. We speak in vulgar English, vulgarity. Let us be plain and truthful to one another. We are that deceived. Yes. Current, sea, Dead Sea, current sea. I work for currency. Current, electricity. I open a dock to go into maritime admiralty law. I operate on a ship. I have to go into a dock. A birthing station, given a birth certificate. A manifesto. Oh, we are so greatly deceived. And soon, very soon, all of this will go away. You will say, I will not speak necromancy to my brothers and sisters no more. Okay, here's my slobber monster, and here's Oliver, and he just had a drink of water, and look at how full of slobber he is. Hi, buddy. Oh, you look so handsome, and I know you want to kiss me, but you got goobers. It's okay. It's okay. The time is near. Yes. Find strength. Resist the enemy. Yes. Yeshua is the Torah. Hallelujah. He says, I come to fulfill the law, not to bring a new law. The Torah, the 10 Commandments, the yoke is light. It's actually, you don't even have to remember it. I don't want to be jealous. I don't want to be angry. I love my fathers. I love the law. And the law is simple. The yoke is light. Do not be jealous. For Halal was jealous of Yahuwah. And he was cast down. I am grateful. I operate in gratitude and love always. And when I fear and I have hatred and anger enter into me, I rebuke it. I say, no, thank you. I've had enough of that. I'm good. Yeah. It is hard. It's hard to watch without being angry. I wanted to choke Justin Trudeau out and Joe Biden out and every one of these monsters. And they look at you and they lie. Our economy is doing awesome. We built 10,000 new homes in Canada and we got new jobs and our economy is just booming. And all I do is drive around and see homeless people and people going bankrupt. Liars. And that hatred would well up in you and you say, no, let his will be done. Let his will be done. And just like the people in Jerusalem, when Jerusalem fell, they were crying and lamenting and saying, why won't you listen to us? What have we done? We don't deserve this. You do. We all do. We all deserve this. But by grace, by Yeshua HaMashiach's grace, pure grace, pure agape love, that he would give up his life for us, that we would have an opportunity to be forgiven. Grace, our Father, is love, pure love. And no matter how much I screw up, and I hate my sin, no matter how much I screw up, I know that it's going to be okay. I've got to reject this and carry on. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. In Ireland, yeah. Yes, they've done a small experiments on New Brunswick. They experiment on people on islands because they're small communities. The gene pool is trackable, and they've done this literally with big pharma in New Brunswick, where these people's DNA was being used, and they said, oh, we created a drug from this. And it's like, well, we didn't say you could use our DNA for this. And they said, oh, too bad, you'll have to sue us. We're multi-trillionaires. Good luck with that. And that's what they've been doing forever. And their time has come. Is cremation bad? It says that the bones were turned into lime, and that was not good. I would think that cremation is bad, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Hey, from Scotland. Awesome. Blessings. Scotland, you guys have been through a lot of stuff. Man, I thought England had it bad, Australia had it bad, Canada's going down the tubes, all of these Commonwealth nations. Woe, there is no king in thee. Prince Charles is not our king. He is a Freemason Jesuit coward. May Yahweh have mercy on his soul for what he's done to England and Ireland, and the Protestant Reformation, and the people who wanted to be left alone. Massive immigration, lies and deceit on his own brothers. Where one or two are gathered. Alleluia. Thank you, Kenley. Charles is a Muslim, yeah. Keeper of the faiths, plural. Sacrilege. The holy bloodline that came up into the Northlands, Chaldean, Celtic, those holy people that went up in there, they were to keep the faith, and they did until the unholy Roman Empire and the Catholic Church went into the Protestants. Martin Luther tried to defend this unholy Roman Empire, the Vatican, Vatica meaning the beast of the underworld, with their Dagon fish hat, to no avail. The prophecy must be fulfilled. Queen A Lizard, yeah. Demonic. During when she was given the crown, there was a pagan ritual right afterwards, and it was filmed. You could watch it. She swore upon that Bible that she would keep the faith. And she swore to the Holy Spirit and lied to the Holy Spirit. That's one unforgivable sin, that you would lie blatantly to your Father. Yeah. Yes, because of Islam. Absolutely. And when you see this amalgamation of this, you say, oh my gosh, where are we going with this? It's like a one world government, a one world religion, a one world currency. Copyright number 060606. Google's Luciferase. Then you understand, okay, this is what's happening. Chrislam. Don't like the sound of that. Coexist. That's Aleister Crowley. Antichrist, Aleister Crowley, Anderson Cooper. That's A-listers. You think about this. Do what thou wilt. Just do whatever you want. That's right out of the pit of hell. You be Buddhist, you be Judas, you be Hare Krishna, you be Hindu, Muslim, whatever you want. Let's coexist. And there's the Vatican saying, yeah, we gotta get along. We gotta have a one world government. We gotta get this under order. For peace and safety. And then what happens? Sudden destruction. Blaspheme out of the churches that they would hang a rainbow flag and say it's okay. It's not okay. I have no English king, yeah. The Scots are a proud and honorable people that have been lied to and destroyed by this German infiltration of the British monarchy. Yeah. We pray, His will shall be done. In your household, you will be divided, mother against father, daughter against mother, uncle against niece, brother against sister. He says, I come to bring a sword, and it's not by my choice, but when you hear the truth and the word, and they will not, you will have nothing in common with these people. And it could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be your wife. There will be this great division of goats and sheep, tares and wheat. And there's nothing you could do. You could beg and plead and pray and ask. And if His will is that you would be separated from your loved ones, then He's separating you from your loved ones for a reason. You're being separated, and it's going to be the most excruciating thing. I've lost all my family. I have a few family members, but COVID, it changed everybody. It turned people into fearful, dangerous, not loving people. They would call on you and say, hey, you got 10 people at Thanksgiving and you're only supposed to have 9. And call the cops on you and turn you in, and you wait till you refuse the mark. Yes. Yes. Great people everywhere. It's happened to you too, Nick Nack? Yes. Yes. Poles as well. Love to Poland. Absolutely. Beautiful people. You have the Orthodox Christians. You have the people that have kept the faith and the word hidden in all 4 corners of the world. And we're coming up and we're saying, hey, what's going on here? What do you mean you want to indoctrinate our children? What do you mean you want to teach our children how to masturbate as young as 3 years old, 4 years old? You want to give them hormone blockers. Excuse me? What? I've got to accept this Chrislam? No. I've got to accept the mark of the beast? No. I will stand as a brave Scot, as a brave Pole, as a Russian, as an Indian, as anyone with the Ruach HaKodesh, and say no. And that's how we win this war. It's going to be us brave ones standing up, being the light of the world, and showing the rest of them what it's like to be brave and true to our Creator. Like David and Goliath. The last time I brought up David and Goliath, my phone went dead, so just let's test this theory. David takes his sling and says, I have Yahweh on my side, and I fear no giant. That's what we need now. Psalm 1. Yes. Let me read Psalm 1. Also called the book of Psalms, the Telchirim. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits at the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the Torah of Yahweh. And his Torah he meditates day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted in the rivers of water, which brings forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he does shall prosper. The wicked are not so, but they are like chaff, which drives away. Therefore, the wicked shall not stand in judgment, nor sinners as an assembly of righteousness. For Yahweh knows the way of the righteous, and the way of the wicked shall perish. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The king of the earth sets themselves, and the rulers take counsel against Yahweh and against the Mashiach, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in the heavens shall laugh. Adonai shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill Zion. I will declare the decree of Yahweh has said unto me, you are my son. This day I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I shall give you the heathen for your inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for your possession. You shall break them with the wrought iron. You shall dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve Yahuwah and fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest be angry, and ye perish from the way. when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Alleluia. Faith, love, truth. Yes, yes, Dave. On perfect timing. Yes. Yes. Alleluia. Okay, I'm going to end this video now. Thank you for all of you, and thank you for all the people all over the world for subscribing to my channel. I am blessed to have this many people. I love all of you. Just plainly, you're all my brothers and sisters. And I am so grateful to have people like you in this channel from all over the world. Spread this message, spread these videos. Go look at all of my research. It's all there for you. You're welcome to cut and paste all of it. Share it. You're all blessed. And I am blessed that I have you. It helps me. I love all of you. You won't have to do anything you don't want to do. Be blessed. Be at peace. I love all of you. I hope this message finds you. Be at peace.